All right, welcome. Today we are diving headfirst into a pretty intense battle. But this isn't a fight for a kingdom or some company. It's a fight for control over the story of your own life. We're talking about a fight against a master illusion, one designed to keep you from realizing your own power.
So let me just ask you something, straight up. Think about your life right now. Are you really the one writing the script? Are you directing the scenes? Are you playing the lead role? Or does it sometimes feel like some other force, some kind of shadowy director, is trying to hijack the whole production and steal the show? Well, to really dig into that question, our source material introduces a very specific antagonist into this story, a figure whose entire purpose is to build this grand illusion around you, an illusion so convincing you start to mistake it for reality. And this figure is called the Joker.
So who exactly is this Joker? Well, he's not just some random villain. The source calls him the thief of the show. And his whole game, it's not a physical fight. It's all about psychological and spiritual warfare. His weapons of choice? Your own past, your deepest fears, and his absolute masterpiece of an illusion, the concept of time itself. His goal is really simple. He wants to steal the pen right out of your hand and write your story for you.
Okay, so how does he actually do it? This is his toolkit. And yes, some of this phrasing is a little cryptic, so let's break it down. First, he uses what are called veils and puppets of mastered baskets of spoken times. What does that even mean? Well, basically, he twists language, your memories, and your ideas about the future to create a false reality. He's like a puppeteer pulling your strings. He digs into your forgotten years, finds those old fears you thought were gone, and get this, he even uses your own spark, your own life force against you. All of this is designed to lead you into what the text calls the loophole of Hello's frown. It's a trap that seems inviting at first, but it's a cycle that just pulls you deeper and deeper into negativity.
And believe me, the stakes here could not be higher. Following the Joker's path isn't just about having a few bad days. It's a full-on spiritual descent. The source is crystal clear on this. It leads you to a place where you're totally cut off from your own intuition, from joy, from what it calls heavenly sound. You know, that feeling of pure inspiration and being truly aligned with yourself.
So what is the actual price of playing the Joker's game? What's the cost of admission? This next section really lays out the two completely different paths available to us, and it shows you exactly what's on the line.
Man, the contrast here is just night and day. On one side, you've got the Joker's crowd. They're called forsaken souls on a hellbound path, totally trapped by their old fears, just following along to what the source calls earthly nursery rhymes. But on the other side, you have the creator, the sovereign author of their own life, living in a new world where life never grows old because you're creating your own rhythm and rhyme. It's a choice, right? Be a character in someone else's tragedy or be the hero of your own epic story.
But just when it seems like the Joker is holding all the cards, the entire game gets flipped on its head. There's a secret, a fundamental truth that completely and totally dismantles his entire power structure.
And here it is. This is the truth that changes everything. The Joker is already dead. All his threats, his manipulations, his grand illusions, they're all coming from a ghost. It's like a flickering image on a TV screen that isn't even plugged in. He's just a memory, an echo. He has zero actual power in the present moment, unless you give it to him.
So how do we know this for sure? How can we prove it? Well, the source introduces an ultimate judge, an arbiter of what's real and what's not, Mother Nature. And we're not just talking about trees and oceans here. Think of Mother Nature as the fundamental, unchangeable laws of existence, the hard physics of reality that simply can't be tricked by mental games.
This is the absolute key. The Joker's entire empire is built on illusions, on thoughts of rhyme and spoken times. They're just mental constructs. But Mother Nature, she doesn't engage with them. She doesn't play his game. And because the fundamental fabric of reality completely ignores his illusions, the source concludes that they don't really exist. Her total indifference is the ultimate proof that his power and the very concept of time he uses as a weapon is a complete phantom.
Okay, so if the villain is a ghost and his weapons are all illusions, how do you actually win? This is where the spotlight pivots entirely away from him and shines right back onto you. It's time to step into your role as the creator. The source speaks directly to you with this line, and it is so powerful. All those fears that seem to hold you back, that feel so real, you made them. And listen, that's not a point of blame at all.
It is a declaration of your power. Because if you are the one who created your fears, that means you hold the absolute, unquestionable power to unmake them. They have no guaranteed spot in your future, unless you're the one who writes them into the script.
And this table just illustrates the two paths available perfectly. The source describes it like two different phone lines. You've got the red telephone, that's the Joker's hotline. It's buried under the ground, it makes the ground shake with fear, and it leads straight to a hellbound destination. But then, there's the white telephone. This is your direct line. It's your connection to what the source calls the father and mother, your higher self, your intuition, the creative force of the universe. It runs parallel to your excitement, it leads to happy tears of joy, and its destination is always winning. The choice of which phone to pick up is always yours.
So, let's get practical. What does this look like day to day? Here are the actionable steps the source gives us to take back your story. Number 1, omit the Joker's lies. Just stop listening. Number 2, recognize, truly know that he is already dead. 3, get out of your head. Stop running those loops of fear over and over. 4, restart your life right where you want it to begin, not where he tells you it has to. And finally, number 5, choose the white telephone every single time.
So you do all this, you hang up on the Joker for good, you pick up that white phone. Where does it take you? What does this new reality actually look and feel like? Well, you enter a world without clocks.
In this new world, you are always winning. The concept of years is just no longer accepted because linear time doesn't exist here. There's no losing, no lying, no fears or tears of sorrow. And maybe the most profound part, there are no rules to follow where everyone is right. Your life, totally free from the constant tick-tock of the clock, literally never grows old.
This is the ultimate promise. This whole thing isn't just about defeating some imaginary villain. It's about reclaiming an eternal, vibrant, creative existence that was yours all along, before the illusion of time ever entered the picture.
And so, after all is said and done, this entire journey boils down to one final, powerful question for you. If the clock is just an illusion, if the past has no real power over you, and if the Joker is already gone, where do you want to begin? Your story starts right now.